anything about the DLC characters for MKX.
So you mean like you
What
want it to leak?
Yeah, what happened to all the leakers out there in the world? What are they doing now?
They don't get jobs anymore because they can't keep their mouths shut.
What the hell, man?
I think.
Wait,
I mean,
which one leaked?
No, he's talking about how Street Fighter V hasn't leaked yet.
Oh, I thought it did leak.
Street Fighter V's cast?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Someone put a potential leak out there. I don't know if it's like anything serious.
It's been spot on so far.
What is it?
I don't remember.
Then how do you know it's been spot on so far if you don't remember?
I've known that much. Like so far, Armiko's on it, Ken was on it, Vega was on it.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. Okay, well,
It was
cool.
from a while ago.
We'll get to all that bullshit. What?
I'm looking at this one and there is no Armika, so maybe that's the wrong one.
Hey, can one of you guys touch the tip of your nose if the stream's live?
We've been live for a while.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
cool.
Since I started talking.
Yeah. Who the hell are these stupid characters? Whoa, a cure for rival schools? That would be sick.
I thought you were gonna say Virtua Fighter. That would have been really sick. Poof.
Well, look at all those. Look at all these things.
What
yeah,
thing?
see Karen. She's gonna return.
Who the hell
I
is
knew
Karen?
that though. She's the same
Look.
game from the same game as Armika. You know that game that no one's ever heard about, Alpha 3.
Oh.
I don't know. You think? All right, we'll get to it. We'll one step at a time. Internet, it's Thursday. You're watching ATP Live. My name's Eris, and I am once again joined. These guys were absent last week, but they found their ways back to the podcast. What's up, Rip? What's up, Ricksta? How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Not bad, I hope. Dude, Rip, you were. If there's ever a reason to miss the podcast, becoming the world champion, global invitational champion. Damn, you have it on your belt? This guy keeps it in his hand all the time. Damn, you have been holding that shit since that day, huh? This
And
guy
it's like
went.
it's like that old UFC heavyweight champion that said that he used to have sex with his belt on.
Yeah, dude.
Well, this one's a little bit dirty now too.
Gross.
Ugh.
He's the Pokken World Invitational World 8-Man Invitational World Champion. Very nice.
You're able to beat the likes of Pokemon card player,
I didn't
Pokemon
play him.
video game player, and
Damn, Ricksta is hating like crazy. Listen,
No,
will you
no,
shut
no.
the fuck up? Let,
Yeah,
let
I
him
was-
have his glory, will you?
Yeah,
I was
dude.
gonna get to the good part. I
Get
was
to
gonna
the
say
good part. Get to-
Justin.
Yeah,
Justin
who?
is the good part. Everyone
Justin
else is
who?
like, who the
There's
hell
only
is-
one. There's only
the
one.
hell
Justin.tv's gone now.
Yep.
So there's only one Justin now.
And then you got that one Smash player beefing with you, even though like he lost to Fab of all people twice.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, dude.
Right?
How you gonna get?
I wouldn't have even put one penny on you beating Justin Wong, and you beat him up, which was like great. I couldn't believe it.
Dude, I didn't believe it either. It was awesome.
I was shocked. I was shocked.
I think he was shocked too, but I don't know. I didn't talk to him about it really.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you a lot of things about that. So okay, do I want to know if the game's cool?
The game is way cooler than I thought it was going to be.
That's usually how it is, though, right?
No,
I mean,
no. You know, I was really like thinking, oh, this game's gonna be whack. It looks like the Naruto games, the Dragon Ball games.
Right. That's what I see too.
And it is a little bit like those, but I think it's definitely deeper than that. And I think everyone who was there, who played it, said it's kind of the same thing along like, wow, I didn't expect it to be this deep sort of thing. And it's interesting because the roster is so small, so it allows for that. And so, you know, there's those two modes. You got the 3D mode, and it goes to the 2D mode. And you kind of have control over that. So if you do a throw, it transitions the mode, right? So in certain matchups, you're going to want to be in that mode versus the other mode or something. And then your character's moveset's also different between the two modes. So there's a lot of moves per character, basically. And the inputs are like Smash Brothers. So it's like forward special, back special, up special or something. You know, so it's really simple inputs. But when you put everything together, it gets like probably like 30, 40 moves per character. So, you know, there's definitely more depth than I expected there to be in the game.
Do you see this game having a future in the realm of for realsies competitive fighting? Like, is it going to ever make top 8 main stage at EVO?
I see no reason why we could have Smash 4 and Melee and not this game at EVO.
Really?
Yeah. Like, as
Wow.
long as the balance keeps up, because right now they're going to keep adding characters, right?
Mhm.
So there's only 9. The game's coming out spring 2016 for the Wii U.
Wow.
So if they keep the balance up, I think that there's a good chance that it will be just as competitive as Smash is.
Man, Evo's gonna be just a bunch of fucking cartoon bullshit now.
Mm-hmm.
This game's gonna be huge. Everyone loves Pokemon.
Dude, and the thing is, like, I really thought, like, oh, it's only coming out on the Wii U, so it's probably gonna have a smaller audience, etc. But Smash
Everyone
4,
bought that. Yeah, everyone
Smash
bought a
4
Wii U
had-
for that. Smash 4.
it had the second most entrants at Evo, I think, right?
Shit.
So yeah, there could be a potentially huge scene as long as there's actually a scene behind Pokken Tournament, and those people, they want to play as much as the Smash guys want to play, or if they piggyback with the Smash 4 community, there's a good chance.
What about the Naruto community? I heard they're real bad.
I heard they're not with the Smash community, man. That's all I know.
Dude, I don't know,
I
man.
I don't think you should group all these communities together. I think that the Pokemons are different from the Smashings, are different from the Narutos. So
I don't think so. They're all the same.
they're all the same to you.
I'm pretty sure
That's
that
like
anything
the-
I
that's
don't
like
like, they're the same as the Until Dawn community and all
Oh,
the other
God.
communities that I don't like. They're all grouped together. But
so the Smash community is the same as the Until Dawn community.
Wow.
listen,
That's some harsh words.
you get
man.
the It's not that bad, okay? But my point is that in my ignorance, I feel like the same types of players will like the same types of games, right? Like Smash
Yeah,
players would
that's
like
definite-
Pokken.
That's definitely your ignorance.
You don't think so? You guys don't
No.
think Smash players will like it, huh?
Not
No, it's
necessarily.
not that. It's not that. I just don't think that it's not like just because Marvel is a Capcom game, Street Fighter players are gonna like it. It's to me, it's not even. They're not even that closely related. It's made by Namco. If you want to go by it, you can think that maybe Tekken players will like it because it's Pokken.
I think that's what they were thinking when they asked Rip to go there, right? I mean, that was
obviously.
the logic. So I don't know. I mean, none of those guys were Smash players that you fought against at the
There was.
8-man thing.
I was
Oh,
going
okay.
Smash player.
So
Yeah,
I
was
guess
with
they're
the Smash player.
they're at least trying to appeal to other fighting game players. So I
Yeah,
don't
and
know.
actually,
Go
one
ahead.
of the biggest game mechanics that I didn't know was in the game is there's basically a focus attack, and the combat system, there's no high, mids, or lows, but it's basically rock, paper, scissors in terms of let's see how does this work? It's attacks beat throws, throws beat focus, focus beats attacks.
Huh?
Yeah, so
So is there no blocking?
there's blocking as well.
It's
I
a
mean, blocking,
shield.
yeah, it's a shield that'll deteriorate over time, and you can break someone's shield like in Smash Brothers.
Uh-huh.
So they have that
So-
concept as well.
So blocking beats attacking then too, right?
It doesn't beat it; it just blocks it, But focus actually beats the attack because you'll absorb it and attack back.
Is there chip damage on block?
I don't know if there is. I think there is but you cannot die from chips. So I think that's the same as
Oh.
Street Fighter 5.
Whatever. I mean, bottom line is it's cool, it's new, and even if I don't like Pokemon, other people like Pokemon. So I mean, I'm
I
down.
don't even think you have to necessarily like Pokemon to like this game.
There
Yeah.
was a character that was like a Goro-looking guy that I thought was
Mhm.
pretty cool. I was like, oh shit, that guy looks like Goro. I
He
like
does
that guy.
mad damage too. It's crazy.
Looked cool. I mean, it was pretty neat. And congratulations. It's sick.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't believe you beat Justin Wag. I couldn't
Twice.
believe it.
I beat him twice.
I know. I thought the
deuced him
first
out.
time it was a Christmas miracle.
Yeah.
But and you know how he gets heated, right? So he was probably thinking like, man, I just lost to this low tier Indian. Watch this shit.
Dude,
And boom, you made it.
I like when I was playing. There's that one round I get a perfect on him, and I didn't even know it was gonna be a perfect. The commentators, I heard him on the mic, saying like, oh, is this gonna be a perfect? And I was like, oh shit, I gotta go for the perfect, and then I got the perfect. They were like, oh, Justin's mad. I was like, oh shit, he's mad. It's like
Yeah, dude, you could tell. He's a pro. He gets pissed, and then it's like the Justin Wong factor and whatever, man. That was nice. Good shit.
Man, yeah, you changed. Like, I thought that as soon as I was like, I already said, all right, you're gonna lose to Justin in winners, then you're gonna play Fab, and you're gonna somehow lose to him and losers too. And I'd have been like, yeah, well, that's predictable, and you totally fucked everything up. So it was like, okay, all right, cool.
I thought that was sick. I was talking mad shit in the chat, like he's gonna buckle right now. Wait for it, and it was legit.
Yeah, man. You can't
anyway.
have you ever beaten Justin in Tekken?
yeah.
You have? In what tournament?
I don't know. It's like way back when, dude.
Yeah, see, now you're just making shit
I've
up.
only played
I've
him
beaten him,
once.
and he's beaten me, and I've beaten him in Tekken. That was
I've
like
only
VR.
played
I only
Justin
remember
once
you-
in Tekken, in Tekken 6, but that was it.
I only remember you losing to him in Tekken.
Shut up.
Damn, Rickster, you're such a hater. Taking
I know,
away all the
man.
glory, man.
Yeah, Ricky, just because you've never
Jesus.
been a champion of anything.
Of
See that?
anything?
Of anything.
Oh,
Oh, wait, I'll take it back.
shit.
Tekken 4 Strong Style Champion, Rick.
Oh yeah, he is the champion of that, I guess.
You got that.
But he's
I
also
wonder which one's more prestigious.
Are you serious,
I
dude?
didn't-
Look at this trophy. It's an Evo trophy, dude.
It
It's
is an Evo trophy. I'm surprised they gave you one. I didn't know you get a cool ass trophy like that.
All they
right?
give you was a trophy?
Well, I mean, it was like a paid gig to go out there anyway, right?
Okay.
So it wasn't meant to be like a big I mean, no one even knew how to play the game. We played it for one day and then we had the tournament
Yeah.
the next day.
I thought
That's
it was
a really
cool.
sick trophy, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, I'm down. Good shit. Who gives a shit?
Yep.
Next topic. Next caller. Street Fighter 5, dude. I woke up this morning and every single fighting game related thing you click on has giant tits or an ass. Everywhere. It's like Armika's out and boom, she's running for the fences. She's running for the fences? Swinging for the fences. What do you guys think? I think, personally, she looks great. And I'm so glad. I remember a while back, everyone was saying, oh, I hope Armika makes it to Street Fighter 4. And now that I've seen her in Street Fighter 5, I'm really glad they didn't put her on Street Fighter 4 because she would have looked whack in comparison. So I'm happy. I think she looks great. I've always liked the Alpha series, and I like the idea of them, you know, using characters that are not in Street Fighter 4. So 4 thumbs up for me. I give her a Goro. Plus, I mean, you know, you know, right? Am I right? What do you? Who doesn't like Armika, right? I mean, seriously.
I understood exactly what you were trying to say there.
And the cosplays that will become.
Oh
Armika's
God.
coming into the spotlight. The cosplay community is in an uproar right now. They're getting their wall scrolls prepared. This is gonna be a new era of cosplays. Okay,
My pants is
Internet?
going to be in an uproar.
Yeah, seriously. So what do you guys think? Ricksta, Armika, what are your thoughts?
4 pants up, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Ugh. I mean, she looks cool. She looks really cool. And the one thing is that, like, I don't remember shit about her in Alpha 3. I played Alpha 3 and I don't remember anything about her.
Yeah.
So she looks like a brand new character to me. Even though, you know, I know what she looks like.
Mhm.
So I don't remember any of her moves or whatever, but she looks real sick and I want to play her. And I heard that she's really fun to play from people that are playing her right now at PAX.
Yeah, I just heard about that. We'll get to that in a minute. But okay, so your thoughts, Rip, Armika.
I think she looks really cool. I think that her assist character, whatever it is, like I think it
Mhm.
only comes out during her V trigger, but just seeing how that looks in the gameplay, at least from the trailer, it looks really interesting. So,
Smooth.
yeah, and you know she's got combos where the assist comes in and out too, so
Mhm.
it looks really slick, and I think it makes the game look a little bit more interesting. So you know, of course she's got the stunner too, which is really crazy because
Mhm.
the kick into the stunner,
she
which
flipped
is like
the shit.
whoa, that was pretty tight.
Yeah.
So I like that, you know, and I guess she's supposed to be a grappler character, right?
Right.
So, you know, I don't think I mean, Birdie is kind of a grappler, but kind of not. I don't know. So, it'll be interesting to see how she plays. I'm interested to see how she fits in.
Yeah, she's got a really unique character design. She kind of was very clunky in Alpha 3. She has like a Fuerte style run for the ropes type of thing, but it's really slow. Very slow. And the moves out of it are kind of all shitty as well. To me, I really like that, you know, assist design as well. I really like that the assist character, she reminds me of that MMA fighter that recently fought in the UFC that sucks. Rin Nakai.
Rin Nakai.
Yeah, she reminds me of Rin Nakai. So to me, I think this whole concept looks really cool. And you know, there's a lot to it. There's a lot to their decisions. You know, they could have, considering the recent, you know, times in gaming, they could have made Armika wear a turtleneck and shit, but they were like, nope, we're gonna stay true to the character's original design, and she's wearing the same outfit as before. Doesn't matter what's hanging out, you know, and they're really embracing the character's archetype and the character's personality. So it's great. I think overall, I think it's great, and I'm super excited about it overall. About the PAX thing, I didn't even know this until the show was about to start. Apparently, PAX is like going on right now. It's one of the PAXs, and they have this character playable right now. So that's really interesting, as well as Vega and what's the other one? Solomon?
Ken and Nikali.
Nikali, yeah.
I'm Solomon?
I don't remember. I totally forgot his name. So, what do you guys think? PAX, none of us are there, obviously. That's happening right now, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know much about that event at all, but you know, it's something like E3, it's something gaming related.
Yeah, except it's busier because it's open to the public.
I see. Well, I'm sure there's footage out, or there's gonna be footage out. So I don't know. I'm down. I'm down overall. You know, like I said, the one thing that I've been saying is if it's not gonna be characters from Third Strike, I want it to be characters that are not in Street Fighter 4, whether that be a brand new character or a character from a previous game or what. So, you know, she falls within those parameters, and I'm happy with this character's release. I'm excited. They also announced on the topic of Street Fighter V that the actual beta, the one that they canceled last time and then they turned into a bunch of stress tests, is actually going to start this Friday, which is tomorrow, and it's going to last until Tuesday, I think. So it's not just the weekend, it's going to be 5 days, which is really nice. We have also gotten some periodic chances to try the game out during the stress tests. I got a good solid like 4-hour, you know, chunk of playtime, and I feel like I got a ton of matches. And you know, some of them were shitty, but when they were good, they were great, and they were good pretty often. So as far as my personal experience, I have high hopes. And you know what else? Before I ask you guys about whether or not you've played, I tried out Mortal Kombat this week just for shits and giggles. I turned it on and played online. The first guy beat me, and he teabagged the shit out of me. The second guy, I mean, long story short, by the time I got to the guy who was listening to fucking rap music before the match, I totally rage quit. It was like,
What?
I couldn't handle the online Mortal Kombat Dragon Tattoo community is like, I can't handle it. They're all just scum. It's crazy. It's part of the culture, I think. They're becoming scum to deal with scum. It's like, what else are you going to do? Either you're going to quit the game, or you're going to continue, and you're going to adapt, and you're going to grow gills so you can breathe in this shitty environment, you know? So anyway, my point is, Street Fighter V's netcode is great. Thumbs up. Ricky, did you get to play at all during the stress tests?
Yeah, I did. I played a lot. I only played 2 characters, but from what I could tell, I mean, the shitty matches were real shitty. Then you could tell, but the good matches were all like, I wouldn't say flawless, but I mean, you know,
Yeah.
it was good enough for online, you know. So that's what made it fun. And yeah, the fact is that, you know, the stress test I think was a success because I didn't get booted. It had some troubles finding matches and whatnot, but I mean, after that, like, you know, you find a match and you get like a bunch of matches in a row. So I think it was a good test overall. Now that they got that sorted out, now the beta test can actually go through.
You
So
know,
I'm
one
excited
thing,
for that.
Yeah, me too. One thing I want to mention, and you guys can tell me if you agree, but I feel like during the stress test, the second round was always a little bit worse than the first round. And Char and I were talking, I wonder if that's by design. Like, they're testing different things. Round 1 uses this type of connection, round 2 uses this type of connection, or something, because it just really felt like every time the first round was better than the second. And I'm inclined to blame the player because I assume they're all scum, right? And they're doing own master shit, but you never know. Maybe it's by design. But did you get to play, Rip?
Yeah, actually, I got to play a bit as well, and you know, I had a good time. The one issue I had is like I had a hard time finding matches. Whereas in the first beta test, which most people couldn't get into, I had like a ton of matches. So it's really weird to me, you know. But you know, hopefully that's going to be fixed by the time this beta starts off tomorrow. I did get to play finally with the rest of the cast. Like, this is the first time I got Cammy and Birdie in my version. Like, every other time that they've been available, I've never gotten them. So you know, I spent a lot of time playing them, and Birdie, I was very surprised by. I thought when I'd seen the character, I thought, man, this character looks whack. I don't want to play him. But after playing him, I'm like, damn, this character's tight. I just want to sit here and crouch jab and down medium punch anti-air, and it's hella fun. So he's hella fun. I like it.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean, you know, the thing that I think we can easily forget, and I keep trying to remind myself this as a Tekken fan, the thing that really we're forgetting is the game is not even close to being out yet. Not even close. And we're over here playing it in our underwear. I mean, it's really, really something that we should all just really appreciate when it comes to the development of a game and just a developer's choices on how to market a game. It's something that we should really praise because it's amazing to me that that's what's going on here. Each character is announced, and it's like one by one, they're going to slowly let us play the game as it's being developed. And sure, there's going to be hiccups, and we're going to be pressing the any button. Still, you have to acknowledge the idea that they're doing here. It's really like, as a Tekken fan, and knowing that, you know, I have to go to Dave and Buster's to play Tekken, or I have to go to round one. And, you know, some of us don't even have it. We're super lucky that we have it nearby. What about if you live in, you know, wherever? Any old schmuck who lives in any old whack state in the entire fucking US can play this shit. And, you know, that's really awesome. So hats off to them for this business model. It's super tight.
Yes. Speaking about how the game's not done, there was a article recently about the patches. They already patched the game, and they said something about DPs where it's like if you get punished during the recovery frames of a DP, it'll count as a crush counter now.
Wow.
And then they also said that lights to mediums will no longer combo. So
I heard about that.
Yeah, I don't know what those changes are. There's a couple more. You know, the list is on Event Hub somewhere. But, you know, it's interesting. The game is definitely changing, and what we're playing now is not necessarily how the game is going to launch.
Absolutely. And that's another part of the beauty. I mean, we're there. We're along for the ride. You know, it's really cool. I don't know. I think it's really cool. I don't know if everyone thinks it's really cool, but for me, I think it's, especially, like I said, as a Tekken fan, it's really, I can appreciate and get behind this, you know, so... I don't know. Anyway, okay. Any other thoughts? Go ahead.
One more thing. So I got the official Armika wrestles her way into Street Fighter V press release thing in my email, and in the section below that, though, they say about Street Fighter V, what it is, whatever. There's this section. I'm going to read it right now. It says, "For the first time in Street Fighter history, all post-launch gameplay-related content in Street Fighter V can be earnable via gameplay, free of charge. All balance and system adjustments will also be available for free. So players will always have access to the most current version." So basically, it doesn't sound like there's going to be a Super Street Fighter V. It sounds like everything that comes afterwards, whether it's characters or whatever, because they say gameplay-related content, which I assume is probably skins, maybe?
No,
maybe
gameplay-related means gameplay, like
the characters.
Functions. Yeah, function.
Yeah, so it sounds like all that is going to be earnable via in-game currency, so free without cash.
I bet you there's two things that could mean. One, it means that if you want to, you can unlock the crypt for $20.
Right.
Or another thing it could mean is they literally mean Street Fighter V. As in, when the time comes, Super Street Fighter V will not be the same thing as Street Fighter V. So that press release would still be within the boundaries. It could mean that they will do it. I don't know. What I'm saying is you could argue that they could pull the wool over our eyes and just be like, boom.
It's interesting for them to even say it at all then. You know what I mean?
Well, they said this a long time ago, though.
Yeah.
This isn't necessarily new news. But I mean, it's all it is basically you want this new character, pay for it, and but if you want it really bad, you can spend, grind the whole game for whatever, for gold, and then buy it normally.
Yeah, I mean, there could be multiple ways they're doing it, whatever. I mean, that's cool. That's cool. I think it's good for them to reassure people that, like, don't worry, we're not going to sell you gems. Don't worry, we're not going to sell you this. Or if we do sell you gems, you can also win them, I guess. So, I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens. Either way, like I said, the thing that really shines to me, other than the ideas, the game looks great, but everything outside of the game, the thing that really shines to me is the business model. The idea that we're playing it already, and the idea that I had to scramble to get a PS4 stick, and like, it's just cool. It's just really cool that they're letting us play the game this early in its development. It's like the opposite of Tekken, because Tekken 7, it's after it's been out, we're able to play it in our homes. So interesting the way these two companies that are actually related, they've been in bed together in some way, in the past, and it's just totally different styles. So anyway, anything else related to Street Fighter V that we can talk about?
Street Fighter V.
I think that's going to wrap it up for that game,
yeah.
Right?
I just, you're talking about the release schedules of whatever and being along for the ride. I just linked you guys a thing in the Skype call, but it's like this image someone put together of like the arcade release versus the console releases of Tekken since Tekken 1 all the way up to now. And it's really shocking. I didn't know Tag 2 is only 1 year turnaround.
From arcade?
Yeah. Apparently it came out in Japan arcade September 14th, 2011, and it came out on consoles September 11th, 2012. So less than 1 year, and we had it on console.
Are you talking about Tekken Tag 2 Unlimited or Tekken Tag 2 Vanilla?
Tekken Tag 2, because arcade original was September 14, 2011, and then the unlimited version came out March 2012.
Oh wow!
And then our console came out September 2012.
Yeah, the turnaround for Tag 2 was pretty short. It didn't feel all that long either because we had, we had the beta test or whatever it was for like.
Right.
Oh, at Super Arcade, yeah. So when did Tekken 7 come out?
Tekken 7 came out March 2015.
And the soft release was February something.
I think so.
Yeah. So March 2015. So there's no way in hell it's coming out March 2016 on console.
If there was, it would be absolutely crazy, right? Because Pokken Tournament is spring 2016. I'm pretty sure that's being published by Bandai.
Yeah.
Dark Souls 3 is also spring 2016, which is also published by Bandai. So they're going to release all of their big games in like Q1 or whatever.
And Street Fighter 5 is coming out around
and Killer Instinct Season 3.
Yeah, and
like
Killer
it is a flooded ass time frame.
But that is the hotspot for fighting games, though. I mean, you want to release it long enough before Evo for it to build momentum and become something.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. But at the moment, it's Tokyo Game Show soon, right?
Yeah, but Flying Wonky had a post about Bandai and what they're going to show there, and Tekken was not on the list.
Whoa, not even showing it. I was just going to say that if it's not at Tokyo Game Show, I don't know where else it could be to come out. It's not at PAX, right?
Tekken 7?
Yeah. They didn't announce it. We'd know. Harada probably doesn't even know what PAX is. What the hell?
He probably knows. Come on.
I'm just talking shit. I don't know. They've never revealed anything there, so yeah.
It's not a place where they usually reveal stuff.
Yeah.
And now that I think about it, I think Tekken Tag 2 Unlimited wasn't announced at TGS or anything either. I feel like that was announced at some random.
Yeah, it wasn't TGS, but it was an arcade show in Japan. I think I remember Nin going to it and taking a video or something like that. But I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, they recently had another episode of Tekken Crash. I don't think either of you watched it, right? It's a really bad time for us, so I think if we're not already awake, it's going to be a matter of archives, which I haven't gotten to. But anything else Tekken related before we move on to what else is going on?
I don't feel like there's any Tekken news going on.
By design, right? It seems like it's on pause. They're waiting for this Tekken Crash shit to end before they unveil any characters, before they do any of that stuff. It seems. Or at least they said at EVO it's the tournament season. So maybe it's tournament season right now and they're just staying under subterranean.
Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting because we're about to hit September next week. Yeah. And then we already know there's like a 20th anniversary tournament end of this year. Right? There's supposed to be qualifiers or something, right?
Right.
And so, I mean, all this stuff is supposed to happen. We only have 3 months left in the year.
Yeah.
So there's going to be news. There has to be news coming sooner or later.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy. And it's like they're not telling us anything. And, there's commitments that, we're making, right? So it's like if they go out of nowhere and they're like, boom, this is when it is. Sorry, I didn't tell you. Commitments could be already made. This shit's whack. I don't like that idea. My Cheetos are toast. But anyway, okay. Well, we'll see. That things are still unfolding for Tekken 7, and I mean, the time will come. Right now, it seems early. Right now, it seems like it's time for beta testing. So, anything else Tekken related before we start talking about moron combat?
Well, I would just think, somebody in the chat said something about Pokken replacing Tekken at EVO, and I was thinking, wouldn't that be crazy if Tekken does not get released before next EVO? And Pokken does? Because Pokken will be released, right? So could Pokken actually be at EVO and no Tekken 7 next year? That's crazy.
The way I see it is if Tekken 7 is going to be at EVO this year, there's no way it's not going to be at EVO next year when it's not even out yet. I mean, you think they're going to go downwards in hype before it comes out on console? No way. They're going to go upwards. So even if it's not out on console, it's going to be there, I think. Don't you? I mean, think about it.
I guess.
That's what I'd like to think. What do you think, Ricky? Tekken 7
Ricky's crossing his arms.
He looks butthurt.
No, I'm just thinking because we had that one little exhibition for Tag 2, right? What it was?
Yeah, that wasn't even a tournament.
Yeah, it wasn't a tournament. I mean, I can't remember there being a tournament for a game that like for Tekken 6 and Tekken Tag 2 both had like little exhibition tournaments, and then the next year was the real tournament,
Yeah.
Oh,
But
interesting. Good
now
point.
it's like this tournament was real.
Yeah, it
And-
wasn't an
Super
exhibition
real.
tournament. It was a legit tournament. Yeah.
Yeah, but it felt like an exhibition for a lot of people though, because
Right.
they never played the game.
Bingo,
And then,
exactly.
And then, so where do you go from here? Like the only, I don't know,
They
man.
could
I don't
just
know
do
what
arcade
they-
cabinets again.
But that would be 2 exhibition tournaments in a row?
That's the thing. I don't think anyone's calling it an exhibition tournament though. It's just.
Yeah, I know.
It,
I know.
It feels like an exhibition because no one's played it, but they could do that again.
That's the thing, we keep bringing up Tekken 7 as a game, to talk about on this show as a topic, but it's like, what the fuck is there to talk about right now? They're intentionally keeping us in the dark. So anything we say is such huge speculation that we really might as well just wait and see what they do. Will it be at Evo next year? Won't it? Who knows, man? At this point, it's like, whatever, dude. Fucking Armika. Are you serious? Did you see that shit? So, I don't know. I'm down. We'll see. We'll see what happens when the time comes. Like I said, right now it's just dormant as far as I'm concerned. There are still location tests going on, and I'm sure there are people that are going to that and enjoying it. I don't know how successful it's been, but I know Michael Murray keeps talking about how, like, stuff could happen. They're going to do qualification tournaments or stuff on Twitter, but there's just no hard info. And it's like, without any rock solid info, it's like, okay, we could just like talk about Twitter all day and shit, but whatever.
Yeah, one more thing I just got a reminder of too. This Tekken 7's rage art is the one thing we always complain about, whatever. Like, not enough, whatever you call it.
They need
flashiness.
more,
Right?
Zazz.
And didn't Bandai make Pokken Tournament?
Yeah.
Because the supers in that game look awesome. It's like, how did this happen? Like, how is this game like so polished with these supers, and Tekken didn't get that at all? Really, it's so strange.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, it's peculiar, and not to mention that what's her name, the Rosie Giselle or whatever. She has Exeba's super from Soul Calibur. Do any of the Pokken characters have Soul Calibur supers? No.
No, but they do have Tekken moves. Like Bruce's back two is in the game.
But that's like a homage, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that. Mhm.
Yeah, homages are cool. I like homages. It's just that I don't like reuses.
Maybe
to save
the
monies.
maybe the Rosie Giselle was
Homage?
a homage, yeah. Homage to Soul
To
Calibur.
a character that everybody fucking hated in Soul
Yeah.
Calibur 5. Let's pay homage to this trash. Remember trash?
Yeah.
Let's recall trash. Okay.
Well, you gotta think about it like this. Soul Calibur 5 didn't have like great supers either. They just.
it was
they were-
cool. I thought it was cool enough. Like, for example, Exeba's super, to me, at that time, I was like, oh, this is kind of a cool super. But now, it's kind of like, okay, that was like 5 years ago, and for another game, and that game sucked.
That's true. That is true.
It wasn't bad. We weren't saying Soul Calibur 5 supers are lacking. I mean, dude, Ice came out, Valdo turned into a burning wheel, and Yoshi spun around and do all the teleporting and all this shit, I thought it was better than Mach Punch, Mach Kick, Mach Punch and shit. Whatever, weak. Eye laser. Come on, man. They're just, come on, man.
Come on.
That I don't even need to talk about that. Anyway, okay, so more on combat. They're teasing their asses off that there's gonna be all this info revealed at the next combat cast, which is on Monday, and they usually do it at 1 p.m. Pacific time, which is 4 p.m. Or maybe 3 p.m. Middle Earth time, wherever they are. So they're gonna talk about the new patch. They're gonna buff characters and nerf characters. They've been talking about adding moves, like literally adding moves to the game and removing perhaps. They talked about how Kotal Khan is going to receive a brand new move. They talked about how Kano is going to get a new extension that's going to allow him to extend his combos. They said Jackie is going to get buffs. What am I missing? What else have they talked about? I'll tell you who's not going to get a buff. The fucking netcode. That's 100% guaranteed, which is really what's holding that game back in this phase. Post Evo, the only ones that are playing that game are the Dragon Tattoo guys because the netcode is so bad. If it were good, lots of people would be playing it post Evo.
I'm saying actually that's I wonder if Yomi didn't exist, would the game be better?
Lots of people have said that. The Yomi Gaming team, it's a team out of Atlanta, and they just really really pooped in the whole community in terms of skill level. They took all the best players and sponsored them, and they started like a house of like, you know, these players that are constantly playing, and they're so good and talented. They took all of them. Like, the people who are not in Yomi are just Sonic Fox, which is like, he's obviously conquered the empire. He's like super good. And everyone else who's just, it's such a struggle for them. Lord Brady's, you know, they turned everyone into a bunch of Lord Brady's. So, I don't know, it's hard to say, but, you know, in the end, it's the way it had to happen, right? Maybe in Mortal Kombat 11, it'll be Team Yomi and Team fucking some other weird name that references something that moderately has something to do with fighting games. You know?
Damn, Team Yomi
Team
versus
Oki?
Team Okazumi?
Okazumi? Damn, Brady's gonna start a new team? Team Okazumi. I like
We
the
have to
sound
be
of
on that team.
We gotta be on that team. I'm down. Okazami. I don't know. I mean, whatever. Either way, is those guys, you know, as powerful and dominant as they have and had been, you know, in the end, Sonic Fox prevailed, and I think that really helped the game, because if the Yomi guys won, it would be like, well, they're just cheating. But Sonic Fox won, and I think that gives all the Lord Brady's hope. It's like, okay, you know, you can win in a bracket no matter how many Yomi boys there are there. So I don't necessarily think it hurts. I think it's the evolution of games.
Well, I'm not saying that it hurts, but I'm saying, like, because they pulled so many great players from different regions, like, it might have, like, I don't know if taking Slayer out of SoCal was necessarily, like, a death to the SoCal scene.
It hurt a lot, I think.
Yeah, it hurts, right?
A
So
lot.
it's like,
A lot.
so I'm wondering, like, if it just because, you know, now they took Rio from that area over wherever the hell he's from, did that hurt that area?
Well, you got to think about it this
taking
way.
the Vegas brothers. Like, I mean, I feel like it really could have just. They took every good player from everywhere in America, brought them to one place, so they all got buffed, but everyone else got weaker.
Dude, it's totally true. If you think about just the idea of Slayer, right? Slayer, he's the type of player that's really motivated to go out and play people. I mean, he came all the way out to my house. You know, he drove, what's his name, Tyrant here, and we played matches. But that type of a motivated player who's also skilled, you know, think about if, like, the Virtua Fighter scene when VF5 came out, if that scene lost fucking LA Akira because Yomi took him. You know, nobody would give a shit about it because none of those guys would be unified by this, like, one person. And I think that maybe it's not necessarily 100% that way, but it definitely hurts the scene. But that doesn't mean that only hurts one scene, right? And that's not really what it's just about. The idea of Yomi Gaming and the idea that it was created predominantly for Mortal Kombat and it succeeded to some degree, I think is like future. It's we're peeking into esports, you know, and these guys, they're eating sports. So we'll see what happens. MK11 comes. Like I said, there could be more teams that are, you know, dedicated to fighting games and stuff. Not a bad thing in the long run. I mean, perhaps it kickstarted the early aging process of Mortal Kombat 10 in the eyes of people who are not Dragon Tattoo users. But still, you know, it's the way it is. And I think that it's overall in the history of games, it should be a good thing. I would like to think. I hope so. Anyway, about that patch, so Combat Cast on Monday, they're revealing all that stuff. Is there anything they could possibly reveal on Monday that would make any of us give a shit? Rip. Are you gonna play this game? Are you gonna, I mean, you know, tell me.
Honestly, I've just been waiting for this patch because I've been wanting to play Predator, but
Okay.
I know he's gonna get patched. So I was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna play Predator, right? I mean, why am I gonna learn this shit if it's gonna change again? Which is what happened to all the characters. And like, I've been wanting to play randomly, and every time I think about it, I think like, oh yeah, wait, it's gonna change. Don't play it. And so now that it's finally announced, hey, we're gonna change the game, and then they're gonna tell us what it is, and then they're gonna, you know, whenever that comes out, I'll play the game again after that. But you know, I'm not holding my breath because I want to see what they do. I'm more interested in Ultimate MKX. That's what I think is gonna happen, and I don't know if they're going to announce it or what they're going to do. Like, I still don't believe Combat Pack 2 is a good sell. I feel like they should just make it Ultimate MKX. Combat Pack 2 is included as part of it.
Isn't that... okay, go ahead.
And there'll be an additional story mode. Because I don't feel like they finished the story mode in MKX. I mean, if you look at MK9 story mode, then Injustice story mode, and now MKX story mode, it's gotten worse and worse. And this one is so short, I felt like they're totally holding out on it for an expansion, and so I feel like this is the time. Ultimate MKX. put the Combat Pack 2 characters in it, rebalance, add moves to characters and all that shit, and boom, there you have it, new game. So we'll see, because
go ahead.
No, we'll see, because I mean the game's only 4 months old. Is it too early for an expansion? I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's a concept that I've kicked around, I think, on the show in the past. They could do that. They totally could do that. And the idea of Combat Pack 2 is a little bit of a snooze in comparison. But man, if the netcode's gonna suck in that too,
it's gonna.
Yeah, that's the thing. I almost can't even warrant myself buying that. But I would, of course I would, and so would everyone else. So I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to decide. We'll see what happens. I'm still gonna be watching. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna try out the new changes. We'll see how it goes. As far as Ultimate in the future, the one thing that I think that really kind of suggests that they will do that is that they're still going to release the game on previous gen consoles. So I thought maybe since they're going to release the game on PS3 and 360, maybe they'll just end up just releasing Ultimate and kind of giving it a reduced price or some shit. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Either way, I'm still keeping an eye on it. And let's not forget, you can't kill NRS games. So if you really want to spend all that energy hating NRS games and being like, boo, reverse score, oh, fuck this game, you can, but it's really a lot easier to just understand that it's going to be there. I mean, someone like me, I spent a lot of years kind of like keeping Smash. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about Smash. It's not a fighting game. I spent a lot of years doing that. And, in the last year and a half, 2 years, I saw the documentary they made on YouTube, and, I realized a lot of things about the game that I wasn't willing to see in the past. So, it forced its way into my life. And at this point, I think, if it was going to force its way in, I might as well saved all the fucking hassle and just been like, fuck it, have fun. If you like it, whatever. So, just whatever. You can't kill him, is my point. You can't kill him, so you might as well join him, Anyway, anything about MK, Mortal Kombat, or anything else you would like to add? I hope they add Smoke.
And Noob.
I don't remember what it was, but someone mentioned to Ed Boon about Smoke being in, and he tweeted it in a way that was like, ooh, this is a really interesting take on what we'll do, like he's suggesting it. I don't know, whatever. If Smoke's not in, I'm gonna fucking be pissed.
It sounds like you just got trolled by Boon. That's
yeah,
exactly what he was looking for, and you're falling for it.
I mean, it's because
I can't believe you would think that Smoke will even make it in.
I know.
There's no way Smoke's gonna make it in.
It's like the only thing I'm holding out for. What are you even doing?
Even if he isn't, he's not going to play anything like MK9.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Or he is going to play like MK9, and it's going to be badass. And that's what I'm hanging on to. I believe. You don't believe. I know. Okay, what else? Anything else going on? Other games? Nothing going on for Killer Bitch Stink, I don't think. We could talk about events. That's an important topic. So this weekend is Prelude 2 for SCR. That's in Anaheim, California. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
And you're going to be there. Rixta, you said you're 50-50 on that?
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to be there too. I'm not playing anything, and I don't think I'm commentating, so I'm going there as a, as a normie. It's going to be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. Getting to see everyone in the local area in person is always nice, especially these days without Super Arcade yet. So that's this weekend. Also, what is it, Summer Jam?
Yes.
Summer Jam
this weekend as well.
Summer Jam is this weekend. Keep your eyes open. I think Spooky is streaming that, so there's going to be a lot of action there. I'm pretty sure Perfect Legend versus Sonic Fox first to 10 for one hundo is going to happen, which is chump change for Fox. Chump change. You should just give it to him even if he beats him. Oh man, shout outs to both of those guys, especially Perfect Legend. He subscribed to my channel the other day. He's a good sport. I'm looking forward to watching that. I'm really looking forward to watching that. It should be cool. What else? Summer Jam. What else did we... What else is going on?
I'm just imagining Sonic Fox winning the set and giving
good games, man. Good games, bro. Here's $100.
That
Oh,
would be so
adorable.
good.
Okay, so what else are we talking here? Are we ready for bitch callings and plugging your channels? I'm ready for big dinner, so that sounds right. Oh, there was also Richard Lee, I think is his name. He made a Evo Moments video
Oh,
for
yeah.
Evo last year. Pretty cool, pretty cool.
Oh,
That nerd James Chen gets all emotional at the end, which is really, it's like, it's nice to see. It's like it's cool. And
Our
at the
friends that
end,
don't play fighting games we're talking so much shit about James Shit.
yeah, of
What?
course, of course.
Yeah.
But you know where the sentiment comes from. It's
Yeah, of
understandable. And at the very end, when Seth Killian says, "See you next year," it's like totally true. It's like, yeah, duh. I'll see you. I've been seeing you for 12 years, 13 years, 15. I don't even know how many years. Yeah, I'll see you next year. Needless to say. So that's cool. It's still, I don't know, watching that video made me think like, well, it's pretty cool that Evo's still around and I'm still doing that, right? Well, I'd like to think that I'll do that forever, So that's the thought I got. Like, if you've been doing it this long, hopefully you'll do it forever. So that's cool. Check the video out if you haven't seen it. What else? Plug your channels. Go ahead, Ricky. What are you playing and when are you streaming and whatever?
The hell am I playing? Follow me on Twitch and Twitter at Ricksteezy, RickSteezy. I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming. I mean, the beta's coming out this weekend. I don't know if I'll be streaming that. But yeah, hopefully I'll be streaming sometime soon.
Cool. Rip.
I will be streaming Dark Souls once I get it though.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely. Just tell me what the fuck platform you want it on. I'm glad to share that game.
Which one? Rick?
Dark Souls
One.
One?
Best.
I already have two. Although I
Okay.
was thinking about I'm playing Demon Souls instead.
They're both
I don't
good.
know.
Yeah, I got Dark Souls 1 on PS3 and 360 too, so.
Those games are great. Anyway, go ahead, Rip. Plug all your shit.
Yeah, you can catch me streaming. I'm going to stream in about an hour anyway. I'm going
Cool.
to stream probably Valkyria Chronicles, twitch.tv/levelupyourgame, youtube.com/levelupyourgame. I'm going to put out a video sometime in the future about my Pokken Tournament experience and
Nice.
what I think about the game and how the game works, because I know a lot of people have seen it, but they don't really know all the system mechanic stuff. So now that I've played it a while, I'm just going to put out a video talking about all that.
Good idea. Good idea. Cool. Okay. What else? Bitch callings?
Sure.
Oh, are you gonna stream that game until dawn?
Yeah, if you're going to give it to me on Saturday, I'll stream
Yeah,
it.
for
I'll
sure.
stream
Okay.
it sometime afterward. Sunday, I guess. Sounds like a plan.
Oh god.
What?
Can-
Is it
can-
that bad? I didn't watch it. Here's the thing. I have never watched any of it. Not
Good
one
idea.
second of it.
Good idea.
Good
So-
idea.
I
We'll
didn't
see.
watch any of it before I played it too. And go ahead. You guys have bitch callings?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Go ahead.
I got a double. First, it's YouTube gaming.
Oh,
because...
we didn't talk about that.
No, we didn't, and I don't really know anything about it except that it's a new portal on their webpage. They're making a streaming service go through it. They've got a front page now, gaming.youtube.com. You can follow games now, so that each game has its own portal. So if you search for like Tekken Tag Tournament 2, you can go there and you'll see there are no videos from Level Up Your Game or Avoiding the Puddle, because we have shitty YouTube channels apparently for Tekken content, and so that's why they're a bitch. Because I don't understand how the hell that system works if that's what's going to happen with it. Second of all,
Wait a minute. Don't just graze over that. So YouTube
Okay.
Gaming didn't show you. I saw you streaming this. When you searched for Tekken Tag 2, you couldn't find your videos or mine, right?
right, neither of us have any videos listed on there. And there's some people who have like a video has like 33 views on it. I was like,
Yeah.
are you fucking serious? Like, there's not a single morning bread and butter on there.
Yeah.
I was like, what Tekken Tag 2 content are you pulling exactly? So anyway, it just started. Yesterday was the day it launched, so maybe over time they'll figure stuff out, whatever.
Google.
I don't know. Yeah,
They need to
they'll
figure
Google
stuff out.
us and figure stuff out.
Yeah.
But my second bitch calling is gonna be from this Pokken tournament, Hugs86 and NYC Fab, because both of these guys, like before the tournament, we had their day to play, whatever. Hugs got wrecked by everybody, like freaking everybody wrecked Hugs. So no one was expecting him to even win a game. And then on the actual day of the tournament, he only beats the two Pokemon guys who don't really play fighting games. And he thinks he's big shit. Anyway, whatever, right? So Hugs, he starts telling me that I'm lucky I didn't have to play him in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
No. Fab, this is okay. After the tournament, I win. I go out. Me and Fab, we go drinking and stuff with like Steve. We have a good time. We come back to the hotel lobby, and he starts telling me, sitting there and telling me the same thing. He's like, "You're lucky you got the bracket you got. If you had played me, there's no way you would have won." I was like, "Are you serious? Do you think Justin Wong thought that? Like, come on, get the fuck out of here." So anyway, Fab, hugs. You guys are bitches.
Damn.
Champion.
All right.
Yeah, just take your losses like Justin. Just get beat by Rip twice.
Champion.
Be cool with it.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna be hearing about that Pokken shit for a while, which
no,
is cool.
He
holds it in his hand. He's been holding that thing in his hand this whole episode.
This is Tekken 6 Evolution 2010 all over again.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Or 2009, whichever year it was.
I don't know what you guys are complaining about.
I think that what if it ends up being at Evo and Rip is considered like an OG of that game when it gets to Evo? Like, damn, remember Rip? Anyway, yeah.
I'm probably just gonna retire. You know, at this point, I'm so far ahead of the curve. I'm so far ahead. I'm the champ. I'm so far ahead of the curve. There's no reason for me to play this game anymore.
Puts
I beat Justin
taste
Wong.
in my mouth.
Who else can I beat?
Yeah, you're right.
Cade Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably like the primary audience for this kind of game too.
His little sister is. Okay, so Rixta, you got a bitch calling yet?
I just thought of one.
Go ahead.
And it's gonna be NRS.
Ooh.
And the reason why is because I didn't get to touch on this, but why the hell are they doing a patch notes video stream now? Why didn't they do this for every other patch they had in the past?
That's
like,
not a bad idea.
It's like and those last patches are just like here. There's like they shoved it in our face and walked away.
And they were
fast.
worded in such a stupid way, like adjusted normalization frames on upward, like super weird wording, If they could just word it with their mouth, it wouldn't need to be normalized in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. And so now that they're doing it now, I feel like it's kind of you're on the right track. It's just too late, and it's also like the online still sucks too. So it's like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll probably keep an eye on it and see if I'm like slightly interested again. But man, my like interest levels in MKX are like, I can't believe that game's been out for only 4 months. It felt like 7 years.
Feels old. That's true. I 100% agree with you on the idea of the combat casts. I think the combat casts in the first place are brilliant. I think that the way they're doing it is solid, and
that was perfect.
And I think that you're right. They should have done it for the patch notes, because the patch notes are the things that really need a combat cast. They need someone's mouth to be saying, this is why we did this. We felt that Katana, blah, blah, blah. And that's why we gave her a blah, blah, blah. And so many less people would be butthurt if they just heard, Paco or 16-bit or any one of those dudes just be like, yeah, we felt that this is what was happening here, so we noticed that this is what was needed here. And it would be easier to swallow in the end. So yeah, I agree with that. 100%. We'll see. Maybe it'll be something they'll do in the future. Baby steps,
Yeah.
I mean, the way I see it. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, about the patch notes, just like that, like you just mentioned, League of Legends does that. When they make patch changes, they tell you the reason why. And we never get reasons why. We just get patch changes.
Yeah, so. And maybe it'll happen in the future. I mean, it's pretty clear that NRS is like hell bent on developing their games in this way. So maybe initially in MK9 we didn't even get patch notes. Then we started to get patch notes. Now we might get patch combat casts. Maybe it's the future. So you guys tune in Monday. I don't remember what their channel's called. It's like NetherRealm or something like that. But, everyone's going to be watching. I'll be checking it out. As far as my bitch calling, initially it was going to be the people who made Until Dawn, right? Then it shifted to the people who were trying to tell me that it's not that bad of a game, and saying that I didn't play it enough, even though I played it for 6 hours straight. And that was going to be my second, okay, it shifted into these are the bitches. It's not that they made the game. But then I thought about it even more, and I realized that, okay, Until Dawn, it's sold as a game, and we all know this type of game exists. It's not really that much of a game. It's more like an experience, like an interactive movie, blah, blah, blah. That's old news, right? But we know that this type of game, it focuses on something. It focuses on the opposite of the gameplay. So basically anything else other than the gameplay, because the gameplay is minimal. It's basically like the last thing that is good about this game, and that is by design, right? So to me, my favorite games are the games that are 100% about gameplay. Like, for example, fighting games. But furthermore, Dark Souls, combat system related games that are really, really about the gameplay experience. The gameplay itself tells the story. That's what I love, right? So I've talked many times on, many of my streams about how, it's to each his own. And one needs to exist for the other to exist. So, instead of calling those people bitches, I'm just going to call them gross motherfuckers. Some people like to eat shit, and they do it with a smile on their face. I always say that. I'm not going to eat shit, but you go ahead. I don't want to tell you what to eat. I'm not your mom. Go ahead, play until dawn. If you really like the 256 shitty endings, enjoy them to your heart's content. But I'm into games that are about gameplay. And if you're gonna make a game that's gonna focus on narrative and character development and story, at least make sure it's good, right? It was the shittiest character development. The only thing that developed about the characters was that you wanted to make sure they all died. I mean,
Yeah,
what is good about that?
You were super pissed when you actually were good at the game and saved someone's life.
Dude.
You were
Come
so
on, man.
mad.
It's not even like it's not even about that. It's just whatever. The game I don't support those types of games because the types of games I support and like are the types that, they're gameplay driven. That's all. Other people like other things, and I appreciate that different people like different things. That's cool. You like Pokemon, that's cool. You like fucking Tekken, that's cool. Guilty Gear, whatever, that's fine. But as far as it goes in terms of those types of games, I like The Wolf Among Us. The Wolf Among Us was basically the same type of game, but it cut to the chase and didn't make you have to walk around with a flashlight like a dumbass so a bird could jump out of the forest and spook you, right? The game fucking sucks. Anyway, I don't know who a bitch is, but that game sucks. And I'm going to give it to Rip. And, Rip's going to realize that it's his favorite game of all time. And soon, Fast and the Furious 11 is going to come out and patch notes and God knows what's going to happen.
Until Dawn 5.
Yeah, you know it. Anyway, so the last thing I wanted to say before we go is it was announced yesterday. I've joined, or my channel, I should say, has joined the Twitch team for Mad Cats, the Mad Cats Twitch team. The one thing I want to say about that is that I'm really happy that I ended up becoming a team with a product or a company that I've been talking about this whole time, right? It'd be like, it's been below, where is it? Boom, over there. It's been sitting there this whole time because I really like their products and they've always been cool and they've always supported the scene. Every major tournament has a Mad Catz booth. Mark has been supporting Tekken all these years and he's like a brother to me. So of course, him extending his hand in something like this is like, just tell me where to sign, pal. So excellent. I'm really happy about that and honored thanks. So that's gonna wrap it up, I guess. We'll see you guys next week. Take it easy, Internet.
Adios, motherfuckers.